You have just tuned in to Real Laughs right here on Real Radio 104.1. I'm your host today. I am comedian James Yan. I want to tell everybody good evening. Hope you guys are all doing well. And I want to thank you for the continued love and support that you guys keep showing us right here on Real Laughs. Remind you, if you don't already follow us on social media, come on, man. I don't know what you're waiting for. All the cool kids are doing it. Just slide over to Instagram and follow us. Then go to Facebook and follow us. Then get on YouTube. Subscribe, comment, like, share everything that we do over there. Real Laughs on the iHeart Media app. You guys can look us up too. I'm joined in studio today with a really good friend of mine, the pod father of all the podcasts here in Orlando. We are talking about Mr. Patricio, aka Rocky, in the building.
I wish, damn it, I wish I had the sound more connected, man.
No worries, man. I got you, bro. I
To the
got you.
individual who kept fanning me this weekend at the SpongeBob Raver, I love you. I miss you. I want to marry you. Find me.
Wait a minute, bro. As always, Patricio went somewhere fun, someplace that I'd probably never ever go in myself.
Oh,
But
you will be. You
I
will
will
be.
be okay. You went to a raver, right?
I did.
And it's the SpongeBob one. Gary, all right. But explain exactly where you went to.
So first and foremost, I got to say thank you to the Monsters of the Morning. They were the ones who hooked me up with the tickets to the Jellyfish Jam that happened at the Plaza Live this past Saturday, and they hooked me up with a decent amount of tickets. I was able to bring in my friends. And James, what are in your
Yeah.
knowledge, like what's a raver to you?
What I think a raver actually is,
Yeah.
it's a place where you go. I assume they're playing EDM. I assume there's glow sticks involved, and I assume that people are not in a natural state. They're in a chemically enhanced state, if you will, and it starts at like on a Tuesday and doesn't end until Christmas. so, so that's
you're
what
You're
it's
pretty
like you were there.
much
Yeah.
you're pretty much yeah, I thought that was you. But no, the Jellyfish Jam is
Uh-huh.
a SpongeBob themed raver that was going on.
Okay,
And
okay.
yeah,
Wait,
if you've
I got
ever done.
questions already. I got
Yeah.
questions already. First off, I like the fact that they chose jellyfish because that's the sexiest fish because you got to be jelly because jam don't shake like that. So I get it. I get it. But my first question is why SpongeBob theme?
That's a good question because I thought about that too. And I'm on this app called, I'm pulling it up right now so I can give them a shout out. So the EDM train. And
Hmm.
what that does, it tells me everything that's happening in my area, with parties, ravers, festivals, things like that. And this one popped up, and immediately the moment I saw the Jellyfish SpongeBob Raver, uh, I thought of my friend Natalie, who works over at Graffiti Junction, one of the sweetest, greatest bartenders, servers you'll ever meet.
Hmm.
And she is the hugest SpongeBob fan I've ever met. Can quote you every episode, can tell you the history behind every character,
Yeah.
and
That's my son Jack. My son Jack grew up on SpongeBob, loves it. So there's an episode really quick that he particularly loves to quote, and it's called "Think Again." Everything they're looking for SpongeBob, he's missing, and they're like, "Hey, he's not in my house." She's like, "Well, think again. He's not at Krusty Krab. Well, think
think
again.
again.
He's not on my mind. well, think again." Like I'm not doing it justice, but my my son used to quote that to me all again about SpongeBob. So there's people who actually live and die by SpongeBob. I get it.
Yeah, and I was surprised to see, the turnout that was at the Raver. We got
Hmm.
there around 9 o'clock,
Yeah.
and it was my friend Daniel, my buddy Carlos, my friend Natalie, and Katrina, our receptionist. And she came.
Uh oh.
This girl came out dressed as Doodle Bob. Do you know who that is by chance?
Doodle Bob.
Yeah, Doodle Bob.
Doodle Bob. I don't think I know that.
It's a black and white version, kinda like a sketch of SpongeBob. It was like, SpongeBob's, Bizarro version kinda thing.
Oh yeah, yes. I do. Okay.
Yeah, and she built this box around her body, and I felt so bad for her because the entire time she's trying to put her hands in her pocket, but there's a box in the way, so she had to, like, unhinge her body to be able to like to pull out her credit card, hold a drink, pass me a vape. And on top of all this, she's holding this huge pool noodle that's in the shape of a pencil because that's the thing that Doodle Bob had. And it was funny how many people were so into it. Like I didn't see not one person that was not wearing something SpongeBob. And they were remixing songs from the series and of course, new age songs, things like that.
That's
But
crazy.
it was
I ain't
so
mad, but that sounds wild.
and I met so many cool people
Hmm.
out there. I met a couple that came from Tampa.
Uh-huh.
They just found out about the show that morning. They're like, "We got to go. We got to
I,
go now to this thing."
I can't believe
And
how many people are brought together who come together because of SpongeBob SquarePants. If you meet another person that likes SpongeBob, they like SpongeBob. Like there's no in between. They're ravenous fans. Like like Nelson Mandela, yeah, he was good. Dr. Martin Luther King, he was all right.
he
But
did good.
nobody has brought people together like SpongeBob SquarePants.
Wah.
Bro.
But no,
Yeah.
it was a fun time. I look forward to the next event that's going to be coming to Orlando. So,
Yeah.
yeah, and the person who was fanning me the entire time beside
That's
me,
what I wanted to get to. There was somebody fanning you this whole time.
there was an individual who like just took my breath away, took everything away, and I'm like, I need to know who you are. And I don't know what it was, James, but like that day, like my game was on point.
Oh, okay.
I just kept giving out my Popple card, scan this, get my information. Okay, text me your stuff. I
Uh-huh.
even so I had met a girl with her husband, and she was talking to a friend in St. Louis. And of course, I've had a couple, maybe 2, 7 drinks, and
Okay, I see where you're at now mentally. I get it. At that point, you're feeling pretty good.
oh yeah, and I look over and she's talking to this redhead via FaceTime. And of
Uh-huh.
course I'm like, "Who are you? You're pretty. You're y- you're very pretty." And I'm getting my face
Hey,
closer and closer to the
hey,
phone.
that's not creepy at all. Yeah.
So I end up like, "So what's your friend's name?" I'm single. I would like to talk to her. And she's like, "She
Mhm.
lives in St. Louis." I'm like, Distance is just a number."
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
And somehow I was able to get her number from
Through her FaceTime video that she's on, you
through her
were able to
face.
get some girls. First off, I'm impressed. Okay, first off, okay, I like what you just did there, sir. So
I
you got
was
the
too.
I
I
like
was
how you're
too.
like,
Like,
me too. It's my proudest work right there, man. So
cause
you got
like,
a girl's phone number through somebody else's FaceTime, which is skillful. Skillful. So did you use the number yet?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I chatted with her over the weekend, but it just it got me to the point where I'm like, how drunk was I that I
Mm,
was able to game so good to get a phone number through someone else's FaceTime conversation?
I don't know if that's drunk. Maybe that's just being him. You
That's
him. That's it.
like
What's my name? Him. I'm him.
us I'll ask you this, James. Like, do you have like a certain skill or certain action that gets better when you're a little tipsy or intoxicated?
Yes, man, because when you drink, you drop your inhibitions, man. You're
Hmm.
willing to do things you probably wouldn't do if you're playing it safe. So
Hmm.
yeah, man, I think I get a little bit looser when it comes to comedy when I'm on stage. Like if I have a couple of drinks before I go on,
Yeah.
you'll see me just let go. And it's not a bad let go, to be honest. I know every alcoholic says it because that's what I was told at the AA meeting. But yeah, I will let you tend to just not care or take yourself too seriously, I think. For
Hmm.
me, when I drink. So man, on stage, like you see me perform at the improv. If you see me go crazy a little bit, I had a couple drinks. If you
Okay.
see me just, wow, that's outlandish. It was funny, but that was outlandish what James just said. Did y'all hear that? I've had a couple drinks. I've had a few drinks. Yeah.
But no, like that entire night was just like meeting cool people. I ended up going
Which
to
is cool,
Southern.
man. I love how cool. Well, not even just cool. I just love the fact that you are always out there amongst the people and they love you for it, man. You're not hurting nobody. You're just having a good time. You're out here
Hmm.
experiencing new things, and that is the that's our mantra. That's our new code for this year. Like I said, we're trying new things. Like I'm going to EDC for the first time. It's going to be amazing. I'm trying all kinds of things I've never done before. Like with my wife, we have kids, but now I'm going to try what it's like to have a condom on. Like we're gonna just try it just to see what happens, man. Because I've never done that before. So this year is all about trying something new. And I remind you guys should try something new too, because one of our new sponsors is out there. That's right. One of the funniest people that I actually know. His name is Mr. Todd Bogue, and you guys would definitely have to check him out. Not only is this guy great to go see, but I used him myself. That's right. I've actually hired this guy to come to my own house and put on comedy magic shows. Now he's doing a show you guys definitely need to check out. It happens each and every week. The showtime is at 7 o'clock. It is at the Shores Spa in Daytona. That's right. You guys definitely got to go check it out. He's 2018 Magician of the Year. If you guys want to know more about this actual show, go to toddbogue.jokes.com. That's TODDBOGUE jokes.com. Check him out. You guys will not be disappointed. That dude is that good. No,
James,
oh, you're gonna ask me something crazy. You got that look in your eye.
yeah. When was the last time you went to a drag show?
Have you seen my act, sir? I am a drag show.
I gotta
Yeah.
say this. I had a
That's
moment.
funny just to ask. I don't know. Hey, man, when's the last time you ever went to a drag show?
I had a moment this past weekend because after the my buddy Daniel, who happy birthday Daniel Martinez.
Happy birthday,
Um,
Daniel.
we went to Southern Nights, and if you've ever been to
Okay, tell
Southern
everybody at
Nights,
home that might not be familiar with it. What is Southern Nights?
it is a LGBTQ plus club, but mainly
Yes.
it caters to the lesbian community.
Mm-hmm.
And they always have a great drag show on the weekends. And James, I swear to you, I questioned myself at one point because
Oh wow.
the art and makeup that these individuals do, like I was like, how are you a drag queen and not a real woman? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
and maybe that was a 12th, maybe 17th drink that I had in me at that point, but I questioned all reality with a couple of these dancers.
You're like, bro, that's not even makeup. That's CGI. Like that is amazing.
and, and I'm not too afraid. I'm not afraid to admit it. I found someone
That
extremely attractive, and I'm
I ain't
like,
mad at you. That's when you have that many drinks. That's when you let your inhibitions down. Like I said, that's a perfect example. That's when you go up to the drag queen, you ask them questions like, "Hey, real quick, I just want to know two questions. First question: how long does it take to put on your makeup? And second question: can you keep a secret?" I'm just joking. Unless you're gonna do it.
let's go do it. Let's go do it. No, and shout out to the people at Southern Nights. It's always a
Yeah.
great vibe, always amazing energy, and the hot dog stand outside with actual Vienna sausage hot dogs. So,
Ooh,
my mash-
y'all are
me, I'm from
fancy
Chicago.
over there. Look
I
at
love me
that.
my good Vienna.
Gotcha. All right, man. Oh, I love that. The fact that the LGBTQ community has quality wieners for sale outside. That's awesome. All right. Now, when we get back, Patricio, I'm going to tell you about some interesting things that happened at the comedy shows. I was kind enough. I'm not kind enough. I was lucky enough to be a part of. I had some really good times. But I'm going to tell you how I got a special gift from an audience member. Y'all don't go
Ooh.
anywhere. We'll be right back right here. Real Laughs on Real Radio 104.1. You're still listening to Real Laughs right here on Real Radio 104.1. I'm James John. I'm in the booth today with my good friend, my virtual booth friend. That's what I'm calling him, my VBF virtual booth friend. I got Mr. Patricio, the podfather of podcasts here in Orlando, Florida. Now, tell everybody real quick before we go on, Patricio, how many podcasts are you involved in right now?
So I'm currently involved with 4 different major podcasts right now, developing 3 others, and ghost editing for well over 15 different companies here in the Central Florida area. So I just finished editing and producing my first audiobook with local best-selling author Paul Boynton, who his series Begin with Yes was on, I
Nice.
believe, on the New York Times bestseller list. But yeah,
Bro.
we're releasing the Remember, a little book of courage, hope, comfort, and hope, which was written by Paul S. Boynton. And honest to God, every chapter that you hear from this man, it it touches you deeply. It moves you emotionally,
Okay.
and
Okay.
it'll motivate you and get you out of the slump that you might be in that might be holding you back.
Nice, man. We'll definitely check that out. Now, about the audiobook. Now, were you the one reading the book?
I was the one who recording, and I'm going to be the one distributing it
Okay.
through our distribution company, and but it's my first book that I've ever produced.
That's
So
awesome though, bro.
so I'm excited about that, and we have more. I'm working with a couple more authors over the next few weeks when I get back from Chicago because he liked the way I worked. He's getting me in contact with other people. So if you have a book that you want to turn into an audio file that's going to be available through Amazon, Audible, all the other audio distribution companies, hit me up. Go to withasideofchaos.com and you'll see the links to getting in contact with me so I can help your
Nice.
vision become an audio reality.
I love that, man. You have your hands in a lot of different pots, bro. You are crazy busy. I thought I had a lot of jobs, but sir, you have me beat. So my hat is off to you. Oh, man. You also have the podcast with Aaron Morris, your law firm that you work for.
Oh yes. Oh, actually, now that you got me on this tangent, I got to announce my 2 big guests that are coming up on with a side of chaos. So on the 26th, I'm sitting down with local violinist Tanner Johnson. This man right here is an incredible, inspiring violinist who does these mind-blowing mixes of pop culture songs and puts that violin spin on it. My favorite song is Pepas by Faruko, and
Mm-hmm.
I lost my mind 3 weeks ago when I was at Mather's Social Club here in Orlando,
Okay.
and this man did a beautiful rendition of Pepas on the violin. So he's going to be on the podcast May 26th, and then the big one. I am sitting down with
Wait,
Flat Earth. Go
but
ahead.
before you go on, I just want to shout out that gentleman because I love his rendition of "Devil Went Down to Georgia." So I just want to say, thank you. That is my favorite. That is
And
my
then
favorite.
the big one that
Mhm.
this is so the first time I talked to this individual, I let him talk because he is a very controversial individual. And this I'm talking about David Weiss. David Weiss is
Mm.
the foregoing, world's like flat earth expert. He is
Yes.
the dude who knows everything about the flat earth science, all that stuff. And this time we're sitting down and we're actually going to have not an argument but a debate because I'm bringing on my science people, and we're going to go head to head when it comes to flat Earth and centripetal global science, Earth being round kind of thing. And
Yeah,
that's
hey,
going to
man.
be May 31st.
All I can say to you guys is good luck with that. If you're gonna go against the person that believes the Earth is flat, I can't wait to hear scientists tell you where Narnia is. So yeah,
Mhm.
let me know how that goes, man. Let me.
So, James, you got a gift, didn't you?
Yeah, man. I was going to tell you guys about that. Thanks for bringing it up. Friday, I'm in one of my favorite locations to do comedy. I'm at Winner's Circle Sports Bar and Grill. Love that place. Bill Alcock is the owner. He's one of the first people to ever let me headline. So I will never forget him. He took a chance on me a long time ago. Well, anyway, I'm doing my show. And Patricio, you've been to a lot of comedy shows, man. Sometimes there's people in the audience that do the absolute most. Won't sit
Hmm.
down. Every time you tell a joke, this dude would do the stereotypical Def Comedy Jam thing. Him and his wife would stand up, run around their table, high five each other, run around the venue into the parking lot, get in a car, go to McDonald's, come back, drive in, walk back in, and then sit down at their table. Like they were absolutely going bananas.
You
All
brought it
right.
out of him. You brought it out
I
of him.
get and I love to see people react and they look like they were having a great time. Now keep that in mind. These guys are having a great time, husband and wife. And oh yeah, if you haven't figured it out, they black. So anyway, after that, I get done with my show. Now, after the show, a lot of people like to come talk to the comedians, and I love that part. I'm a
Hmm.
social creature. I love to talk to the people that were there. And they were thanking me. Everybody's walking out, shaking my hand. Hey, can I buy you a drink? Can I do this for you? Well, whatever. He comes up to me, right? And he's excited. Man, I love you. You are so funny. Hey, man, can I show you something? I'm like, yeah, what do you want to show me? Look at this around my neck. So he has a chain on, and
Uh-huh.
there's this leather rectangle shaped thing
Oh
with
no.
a badge on it. And I'm like,
Oh
what?
no.
And it didn't hit me. It was like getting assassinated. I was like,
Oh.
oh no. When he was
No,
asking,
you
could he
didn't.
give me something, he was talking about legal documents. Because in that instance, I felt like Gabrielle Union in the movie Bring It On, because
Mhm.
Patricio, I got served.
You got served.
Yes,
Oh
absolutely,
no.
dude.
Do
And
I
I
need to
even
get
put it.
Aaron on the line? Do I need to get Aaron involved?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I'm gonna need a personal injury lawyer because I was gonna whoop his ass. So my next date, if you guys were asking me, hey James, let me know the next place you're going to be performing. I got a new date. It's going to be in court. You guys can all come
Now
and check me out,
that's
man.
that's wild. Like he came to your
To
show,
the show.
watched your show.
And jumped up, had a great time, high fiving people, yelling, screaming. Man, you are funny. After everything I said, then the worst part about this dude serving me, Patricio, right after he gave me the paperwork, he
Hmm.
goes, "Hey, man, do you mind if I get a picture with you?"
so that could work on two levels.
Okay.
So the reason why I say that is because we use process servers all the time.
I was going to ask you about this because you know about it.
Yeah, so here at the law office of Aaron Morse, 407-900-7451. If you have any questions in regards to your family, child support, modification, divorce, hit us up. Um, when we get a new client and they're like, okay, well, when is he going to get the divorce papers? We're like, once we get it back, stamped from the court, now we could process him. And we have our own process company that does this. And I love how they do this because
Well,
they'll be, go
tell
ahead.
me more about it because I want to know like the process of how they do these things.
Yeah, so we give the process server the documents, which is
Okay.
the petition, notice of appearance, so on and so forth,
Hmm.
and we have to get them served so we can start the process.
Nice.
Once they get
Okay.
served, they have 20 days. Now, the process, I could give the process server a packet, but then they're going to be like, well, where does this person live? We can give them as much last known address, and that's all they need. And these people either do background checks, and they look up everything, whether
Okay.
it's
That
social
makes sense.
media,
Yeah,
online
it's social
presence.
media because I post where I'm going to be performing each and every week.
Yes, you do.
He said, let me just go on this guy's social media. He's a comedian. He's going to tell me where he's going to be at. So
Hmm.
that is how he found me because the guy lives in Orange County.
Yeah, and the thing is, once the process server gives you the paperwork that he was paid to do, paid to serve you with, he has to prepare what's called an affidavit of service,
Okay.
and what that is, it details, uh, individual James Yon was served on such and such date at such and such location. They'll put a description. James, did you do the stripper joke that night?
Absolutely.
Oh my god. I would love to see the affidavit of service for
That's what I'm
that.
thinking. And then he took his shirt off, and then he took his pants off, and he was wearing a thong.
Now,
He had two things on: a thong and shame. That's it.
now, James, did you actually take the photo with him afterwards?
I sure did, bro.
Okay.
That's a great story. I want evidence in court. I'm like, Your Honor, do you see this BS right here? If I made him laugh, I shouldn't get it. I shouldn't get served papers. That should be the rules.
Did,
Okay, he's cracking up. This is a picture of him and his wife laughing at my jokes. I should win something, Your Honor.
so that's actually great on two levels because one, he gets a photo with one of Orlando's top comics, James
Thank
Yon,
you for that. I appreciate it,
and number two, he could actually attach that in the affidavit of service if you were in the photo holding your paperwork.
bro. I took 8 pictures of him. His wife was doing the most. She's like, I don't like that one. Let's take another one. I don't
Oh,
like that one. Let's take another. Baby, let's do it like this. Now let's get a selfie. Now let's do it like this. Bro, I sat there and took pictures with a person for 20 minutes that just processed paperwork on me.
that's insane.
It is. I was like, bro, you got one more pick, ma'am, or this picture's gonna turn into a mugshot. Okay, y'all leave me alone, man.
And that's the thing. Like we've served people at work. We've served people,
Wow. What's the
you know,
rules though? Is there rules about serving people?
there really isn't. I mean, there was an individual on the station that got served on the radio a few years back. There's no
Oh,
these people have no shame. Like the process server is like the tow truck operator. He will
oh,
he will
okay.
get the job done.
So, what if a person's like, "Well, I never got it." How do they prove that as a processor? Yeah, I did see that person. They saw me, and I gave them their paperwork.
So here in the state of Florida, there are individuals who have certain powers and certain abilities. I am a notary,
Yes.
so I'm able to notarize documents so they become, a little bit more official. A process server is an agent of the state of Florida, and they have certain powers. So for them to say let's say they served you, James, and then you're like, I never got them papers.
Yeah.
He never did that stuff. Uh, by him filing his affidavit of service saying that you were served, you're gonna have to contest that. You're gonna have to show proof that he didn't
Ah,
serve you.
you got to prove that you didn't actually get served. Okay,
Exactly.
so
Like
it
it's
just
basically his
behooves you to be
words.
like, man, I got to deal with this. Yeah, I got served, and just go ahead and do it.
Yeah, it's basically his word against yours. And I hate to say it, James, his word has a lot more weight.
We're not even married. How's that work? That's crazy, man. Damn, bro.
But yeah, no, we I actually got served a few years ago walking out of the gym.
Wow, I will tell you right now, emphatically, I don't care what I may do, what crime I may commit, I will never be served walking out the gym. Walking out of a Dairy Queen, yes. A Dunkin' Donuts, yeah. Krispy Kreme, most definitely, but never would like, well, there he is. He's coming out of the gym.
I've been served at the gym and I've been served at work.
Wow, that the work one has to be kind of like, really, dude, at my job. You see these
Hmm.
people looking at me right now. I gotta explain all this mess.
Yep. Oh no,
Uh,
my ask once I got my paperwork, I went straight to my attorney. I'm like, hey, Omar, help me out with this.
Damn, there you go. Bro, make this disappear, man.
Hmm.
You know how we do. Yeah, that. Yeah, make that disappear, bro.
But no, man, I hope this case goes over in your favor. Hopefully, it goes smooth because it's not a fun process to be served.
No, no, it's not. I'm hoping it's over. It's just I know who the person is. I know what's going on. I really can't talk about it because I don't want to
Of course, of course.
any ramifications. But just the fact that I got served at my own comedy show was hilarious. And the fact the guy said, I need pictures afterwards. And then he told me, he gave me his card, goes, dude, I'm a fan. Let me know the next time you're performing. And gave me his card. Like, I'm supposed to call this dude now. Like, we friends. We're not friends.
You've heard the term, don't blame the messenger.
Bro.
That
But
that literally
damn.
applies. That literally applies right there.
All right, man. Yeah. Well, shout out to Winter Circle. That's where it happened in Lakeland. If you guys are ever there, check out them out. They got award-winning wings. They were delicious. I mean, I ate my feelings that night, so I ate 50 wings. So that's what happened. Oh my God. Guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back right here, Real Radio, with Real Laughs, y'all. Welcome back, everybody. You guys are still listening to Real Last on Real Radio 104.1, and we thank you for that. Got to shout all you guys out for some continued support and loving us, man. We can't do any of this without you listeners out there. And I love when you guys come up to me when we're doing stand-up comedy on the weekend at any of my shows. You guys always come up to me and you say the darndest things like, you just been served. Here's your process papers. So thank you for that, too. Even that guy who who served me after a show, man. I still will give you some love, and
Can't
I
blame the
probably
messenger, man.
can't
Can't blame
blame
the
the
messenger.
messenger. You're absolutely right. That voice you're hearing is my good friend, the podfather of Orlando podcast. Here we got Mr. Rocky, aka I'm sorry, Patricio, aka Rocky, in the house with us today. See, I'm getting all turned around backwards, man. Because got served legal papers at a comedy show. Yesterday, we got to shout it out. Well, actually, this is Tuesday's show. So a couple days ago, we had Mother's Day. So we want to shout out all the mothers out there. I trust everybody had a good one. I mean, on social media, you saw all the gifts that all these women were getting. I got my beautiful wife a beautiful flower arrangement, got her some clothes from her favorite place, Torrid. Took her to a beautiful restaurant, upscale Spanish fusion place, had a really good time. I trust you got your mother something good, Patricio, for Mother's Day.
No, I did not.
Why not?
because I wanted to see her face when I
Oh,
said that.
I was like, bro, like your mom's the one that stuck around. Not, she's not your dad.
No, I didn't get her anything because the thing is her birthday is also May 14th.
Ah, okay, okay.
Yeah, so the thing is, I'm flying up this weekend to go see her. I was trying to book a flight, however, my schedules and my conflicts, I couldn't fly out for her birthday.
That's beautiful, man. That's
S-
nice.
So usually when I go up to Chicago, I take her out and we just splurge. We run up my credit card,
There you
we
go.
get her whatever she wants.
There you
She'll
go.
get her spa treatment, and because we're moving her from one facility to another, um, the plan is I'm picking her up Friday afternoon, and I'm taking her out to giving her all
Nice,
over
nice,
Chicago,
man.
and then
Mhm.
Saturday, while the movers are finishing up everything, she doesn't know that she's coming to my very first stand up set.
In
She
Chicago.
she doesn't know that I do stand up. She doesn't know that I've been doing comedy these last few years.
Oh,
So,
okay. First off, congratulations. That's going to be absolutely amazing. If I know anything about mother, she's going to be so happy to see you do that, bro. She's going to
mhm.
be your biggest fan. But my question is, why would you never tell her like that you were actually going to do stand up?
Well, because the thing is, every time I tell my mom I'm doing something, she she blows it out of proportion.
As her job,
As
it's
her
as a mom, as her, yeah.
And when I told her, I'm working in legal, she tells everybody I'm a lawyer. I'm like, Mom, I'm not a lawyer. She's like, "Oh, Mom, I just started a podcast. My honey's on the radio." I'm like, "Ma, I'm not on the radio. It's different." Ma, I'm finally doing radio again. She's like, "Oh, mijo, he's the number one." I'm like, "Ma, I'm gonna need you to pull it back." And if I were to tell my mom that I'm doing comedy, mijo, he's got an HBO special
Ma-
coming out.
Mijo, oh my goodness, you are Chris Rock. Oh.
And the thing is, every time she'll put
Oh,
me on the spot with everybody.
oh, she's that mom. Okay,
She's
well,
that mom.
you know, my son is a comedian. Tell a yoke to the people. Tell a yoke. I love to hear you tell yokes.
And that's the one thing, James. You as a comedian, I mean, you've been doing this for eons now,
Forever. Yeah.
and I'm sure people will say like, "Oh, say something funny or tell us a joke or something
And
like
that's
that."
and that's the number one thing we hate hearing. It just, yeah, when you first meet me, oh, you're a comedian. Oh, tell me a joke. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We hate that, by the way.
Yeah, because every time that I go to Chicago to see my mom, immediately, like, every nurse, every attendant is like, "Oh, so your mom tells me you're a lawyer. I have a question." I'm like, "I can't answer that question because I'm not an attorney. I'm not a lawyer." So,
I like that.
"Mom!"
So mom always elevates their kids. That's awesome though, man. Oh man. So that's gonna be awesome, man. So do you already have your set worked out what you're gonna say in front of your mom?
I have, I'm just gonna go raunchy. The stuff
Are you serious?
yeah, I'm gonna embarrass the hell out of my mom this weekend. And well, she's always
Eh,
been supportive. She's always been cool. And I am going to tell one of the jokes where the first time I ever smoked out with my mom. And
oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
yeah, so I, I I loved it because she thought that she could walk again when she hit that when she hit the blunt.
What did you
And
have your mother smoking, dude, that you thought she could just walk again?
so for the listeners who don't
What's
know,
that called? That Jesus Christ? This is, hey, ma'am, this is called walk on water. You're gonna
it
like this. This is real nice.
It was the funniest and scariest moment that one of the funniest and scariest moments I ever had with my mom because I had moved her down here for a couple of months while we were getting things situated up in Illinois,
Mhm.
and and this was years ago with my ex, and we're outside in the front yard, smoking, doing a barbecue, we're having a great time, and my mom was like, "I smell something, mijo. I remember that smell. Can I have some?"
Oh,
And
wow.
and I'm like, "Of course, ma," so we wheeled her out to the front. We're
Yeah.
sitting down with her, and she's just hitting it. We're passing around. She's following rotation, having a good time, laughing her
She's
butt
following
off.
the rotation. She etiquette. I love it.
And we're all just sitting down. Now, mind you, this is probably our second apparatus, and she's like, "Oh, mijo, I need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back," and goes to sit to stand up. And I swear to you,
Bro.
James, it was like that slow motion, like,
No.
no.
Like he's
She
gonna get
goes
up
up.
and Yeah.
and forgets that she can't move the left side of her body and just falls out of her wheelchair.
Oh my
And of
gosh.
course, we're screaming like, "Oh my god!" Like it was one of the worst like wake up call buzzkills I've ever gone
Yeah,
through.
absolutely. Yeah.
And I'm looking down at her, and she's just laughing and crying at the
Aw.
same time. She's like, "Me ho 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 ho," and
Uh,
it's a perfect combination of ho ho ho, where like she's laughing and crying at the
at the
same
same
time.
time, I get that, but that's a sweet story. The fact that you could have a good time like that with your mom in such a chill way, man. The fact
Yeah,
that she thought that she could walk again, like that's that
that's
Jesus Christ, man.
that's a
That's that Jehovah.
that's a good ish.
That is.
So yeah, Ma, I
Oh,
can't wait.
heaven, you want some of this? Yeah.
Ma, I can't wait to come see you. And if she's hearing this episode now, then oh crap, I ruined the surprise.
That's bro, that's awesome. Good for you. Now, what's the venue you're playing for, mom?
At the Green Mill in downtown Chicago.
That's gonna be awesome. Is she bringing any? Are you bringing any family with you too besides her?
Nope, because the rest of the family are a-holes.
Oh wow, all of them. Just mom. That's
Oh
it.
yeah,
That's
no,
all
no,
you
no.
bring.
The reason why this move is happening is because my family didn't want to help out with certain things. So,
Ah,
I had to do the grind. I had to hustle my way to get, what I did,
okay,
and we're getting it done this weekend. So, you know, thanks to me.
gotcha. Well, shout out again to all the mothers out there. We hope you guys had a wonderful, wonderful Mother's Day. But I want y'all to know you had your day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
Mm-hmm.
it's time for? The countdown.
Yes.
Father's Day.
Are you ready
Patricio,
for your
like
tie?
he's like,
Uh,
hmm.
you ready for your mug? Are you ready for your tie, James?
Nah, I can't say that anymore. My wife gets mad at me. I can't make fun of that. My kids and my wife, they go all out for me on Father's Day. They make sure I have a special time because
That's
there
what's
was a
up.
time
That's what's up.
I was complaining about because let's be honest though, usually Mother's Day, Mother's Day is coming. You know how you know? The entire world tells you it's coming. You go to
Mm-hmm.
a department store, there's signs, Mother's Day coming, grocery store, Mother's Day's coming, TV, Mother's Day, social media. There's a goddamn parade almost letting y'all know that Mother's Day is coming. Bruh, Father's Day does not get the same love and energy. I'm just gonna say that. It
Oh
does
no.
not, man.
Everyone
Back
on the radio everyone on the radio is like, "Oh yeah, Father's Day's a Sunday." Bye. Click.
bro, there used to be the only advertisement for Father's Day coming used to be in Sears, and they closed Sears down.
Mhm.
Okay, bro, we do not get the same acknowledgement. We don't get the same hoopla. It's not the same. And don't get me wrong, I know the saying about mothers. I agree. It's the hardest profession in the world. I get
It
it, man.
is.
I've never pushed out a baby. I understand that I never will, and what you guys go through as mothers, and I salute you and love you. But man, we need to put just a little bit more respect on
I
Father's Day, just a little bit.
Yeah, it's all about it's all about equality, right? You know,
It's supposed to be. That's what
it's
everybody
supposed
keeps telling me.
it's
Yeah.
supposed to be about equality, but I don't see it. I
Mm-mm.
don't see it. Y'all
And
y'all y'all y'all
and
want
women
it,
will
but
jump all over you too. Like, you know
mhm.
what? You shut your dirty mouth, sir. She's a mother, you son of a bitch. I'm like, I get it. She's a mother. You don't know, sir. You don't.
Oh no,
No.
yeah, you'll get shamed big time, and that's why this past Sunday it was funny because I was just by myself.
Yeah.
I was doing some edits, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm hungry. Let me go get some stuff. And you ever go driving when you're hungry and you just end up buying everything that you see?
So you just described a Tuesday of my life. Yeah, that's all the time, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
I make the mistake of going to the grocery store, grocery shopping, hungry.
mm-mm,
Worst thing you can ever do. Yeah.
worst thing. But yeah, I
Mm.
went driving hungry and I stopped off at Little Caesars, Checkers, and McDonald's, and I went home
Well,
and
damn, bro. Wait a minute. You were hungry, so you went to Checkers first.
I went to Little Caesars to get a pepperoni cheese bread, and then I
Well,
went.
okay, those are delicious. First off, okay,
Mhm.
okay,
And
that can
then
normally feed a person, but you were like, man, you know what? I need a side of. Checkers?
Yes.
What did you
And
get at Checkers?
I got a fry lover's burger and a bag of fries from Checkers because Checkers has amazing fries.
Okay, not only did you get a fry lovers burger, which has fries on it, I imagine,
Correct.
but you got a large fry to go with the extra fries.
Correct. Because here's the thing. I mean, you got to eat something on the drive home because, like, you can't just let that food torture you.
Bro, spoken like a true fat guy, man. Spoken like a true fat guy, man. I understand that, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna go pick up food for the family, but I need something to eat on the way to get it back to the family. And that'd be crazy not to eat on my way to eat.
Yeah. And the only reason why I stopped off at McDonald's is because the McDonald's app told me you have a free Big Mac reward. I'm like, well, I'm not going to let that go to waste right now. I'm going to stop off and get me my free Big Mac, which I did. And
Jesus Christ, man.
yeah, I probably picked up diabetes on the way back too, but no, I
Probably, sir, you are not okay. Bro, you are not okay. You want to, bro, I'm gonna have to, we're gonna do something. Your arteries quit.
but no, I say that because everywhere that I passed by, every restaurant was packed. You had your oh my god, Olive Garden, your Red Lobster,
All your
your Bahama
casual
Breeze.
dining is crazy on Mother's Day. Absolutely.
Everybody and their mothers
Yeah.
was out that day.
That's funny. Everybody and their mothers. We're out on Mother's Day. Oh my God. Now, Patricio, before we go, man, we got like a minute and 10 seconds left. I want to make sure I tell everybody, or you tell everybody, where they can follow you and all the things you have going on in your very busy schedule.
Go to withinsideofchaos.com to check out everything that I do all over throughout the sort of Florida area. If you have an idea for a podcast or want to record an audiobook, go to the same website withinsideofchaos.com, enter your information, and I'll be in contact with you.
Very nice. I want to shout out my son, Devin. That's right. He just got his master's degree. He's going to move to Baltimore, Maryland. He has a actual job with the John Hopkins people, if you will, a very good, well-paying job. So I'm gonna need him to pay me back for all the years he went to college. And we get to move him up there this week, and I'm so proud of you, buddy. All the hard work that you did. God bless you. I want to thank my beautiful wife also. We had a beautiful Mother's Day with her. Guys, keep following us on Real Labs. Go to Facebook, Instagram, and even YouTube. And please follow me, James Young Comedian. You can find me everywhere on social media. Please follow me. It won't cost you a dime. On behalf of myself, Mr. Patricio, the pod father, if you will, of podcasts here in Orlando, we appreciate you guys listening to Real Labs. Keep supporting us, keep loving us, because we definitely do that for you. And now, Patricio, tell them what Ken always says.
Take your ass to bed.
Go to bed. All right, guys. Until next time.